Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ronni Rae. I make beauty, fashion, and lifestyle videos here on YouTube, so if you're new, might as well subscribe and join the family. Alright, so today's video is very long-awaited, long-anticipated. I'm just gonna be doing a story time video about all my awkward dates. I literally have a list of all the names of the guys, of all the awkward dates that I've been on. I doubt any of these guys watch my video, so I really don't care if they watch this. They're probably not watching this. Okay, first one. So this is the first date that I went on with a guy. I wouldn't really consider a date because he didn't ask me out, he didn't pick me up. It wasn't like a planned type of thing, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I consider a date, is when like the guy asks you out. It could be the other way around. Like, girls, like, totally go ahead, like, shoot your shot, whatever. I'm so for that. But personally for me, I just think a date is when the guy asks you out and the guy picks you up and like you guys go eat and do something, whatever, and it's like planned, you know what I mean? So this is like the first time that I ever like went out with a guy, but it's just really awkward. Okay, so anyways, this is like, I was a junior in high school and I asked this guy to go to a formal dance with me, and he said yes. We've never met before. I just saw his Instagram. I was like, oh my god, he's really cute. I'm just gonna ask him. Ask him to the formal date. He comes to my house and like asks me to my formal date, even though like I asked him, but he came to my house and gave me flowers and stuff like that so we could like meet and talk and whatever. So I thought that was super cute. So later that night, my grandparents had like a ticket, like had these tickets to go see like a performance or whatever. So I invited him to that. I was just like, hey, like it's something to do, it's something we could do together. Bad idea. Do not ask a guy to go on a date with your grandma, your grandpa, your dad, your two younger sisters, and your cousins. That probably was so awkward, and I feel so bad that I made him come to this event, whatever, this show with literally my whole family. This is like our first time meeting. Like, it was just bad. We go to this thing and we sit down and whatever, and the show starts, and I had no idea what the show was about, but it was the most awkward show I have ever been to in my whole entire life. It was just like weird. I was literally dying the whole time. I was like, this is not a good idea. Poor guy, he probably never wants to see me again. Wait, hold on. It gets better. I'm wearing a t-shirt dress, right? And he puts his hand on my thigh. Internally, I scream. I'm just like, this has never happened to me before. I've never held hands with a boy at this point. I've never kissed a boy at this point. Then he starts like I don't know. It's not like bad or anything like that. Like, I don't know how to describe it. He was just like, not like petting me or like, I don't know. He was just like going like this on my leg and whatever. And let me tell you, my legs weren't shaven. I did not shave my legs. They weren't like hairy, but they were definitely prickly. Like, you could definitely feel hair. They weren't like smooth and buttery like they usually are. No, I don't know why I decided to wear a t-shirt dress when my legs weren't shaven. So he was literally going like this on my leg, on my thigh, and feeling all my prickly little hairs on my leg. I was dying. I was just like, this is the worst thing ever. The performance is weird. The first time we met, like, I invite him to come to a place with my whole family, and my legs aren't shaven. Yeah. Anyways, after that happened, I was kind of dying. I was just like, oh my god, he needs to go home. Like, he needs to go home. He needs to leave. I cannot see this guy anymore. So anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. We went to the formal dance, and then after that, he stopped talking to me. So I was just like, I totally understand. I totally get it. I probably traumatized you. I'm so sorry. Next thing. Okay, so now, moving on, I am a senior in high school, and another formal dance, and I wanted to ask this guy, and so I asked him, and he said yes. I was like, okay, perfect. And so then we planned to like meet up, because we only met once, and it was at my birthday party, and it was like very short, very brief type of thing. We were kind of talking. So I asked him to a formal dance, and he said yes. So we planned to go meet up. We planned to go to this movie, but that's not even it. Okay, so we both don't drive at this point. We both don't drive. So literally our parents drop us off there. So like my mom dropped me off there. I don't know who dropped him off there, but we literally get dropped off, and like I'm texting him, which I feel like, like, I don't know, I just felt like so like uncomfortable like texting him, be like, hey, like I'm here, where are you? Like, I don't know, like just that stuff literally just gives me anxiety. Like, anyways, so I text him like, hey, I'm here, like where are you? And he's just like, oh, I'm here by this thing, whatever. I was like, okay, I'll walk over and meet you. And so I go walk over and meet him, and literally, okay. I gotta show you with this pillow. Ready for this demonstration? Okay, so say this is his face. So this is my face. Say this is his, like the front of his face, right? He comes in for a front hug. I come in for a side hug. And literally, so he's coming in for a front hug, I'm coming in for a side hug, and somehow our cheeks touch together. I can't, literally, oh my gosh. So we literally go in for a hug and our cheeks touch, and literally I'm just like, abort mission, and I kind of like push him off, and like I just start walking to the ticket booth. I was just like, I can't, like, this is like too much for me. And so yeah, go to the ticket booth, watch the movie. That was really uncomfortable again, bad idea on my part because I brought it up, whatever. But then after, we go to In-N-Out and we eat and we talk for like an hour or whatever, and then we get picked up, and then we go to our formal dance later on, and then again, he stops talking to me, which is totally fine. Like, I'm totally okay, like it's okay, we're okay. This wasn't really like an awkward date, it was just like an awkward moment, and I had like no idea what to do. But anyways, okay, so I was talking to this guy, invited me to go to the OC fair with his mom and his sister. I was just like, oh my gosh, so much fun. Yes, I'm so down. I've met his like family before, like once. So I was like, oh yeah, like this is a good opportunity for me to like, I don't know, like be friends with the sister. Like, I don't know. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. Cause like I've never like been in a situation like this where like someone invited me to do something with their family. So it's just like, oh my god, so much fun. Like this is gonna be fun, right? Okay, so get really cute. My hair's all done. Oh my god, my hair was actually like this. Cute. Anyways, so I get all cute and whatever, and his mom picks me up, and his mom and sister in the car, and like I'm trying to have like, you know, nice like conversation with them, whatever. We go to the OC fair, we go on rides, and then we get something to eat, and then we get what we're eating and we go sit down. And then we're eating whatever, have a nice conversation, so the mom could like me and the sister could like me, you know what I mean? And then we're eating, and the mom says, last year's OC fair was a lot more fun. And I don't even look up, I just keep on eating, and I'm just like, ow. I was just like, cause like, I don't know, like, I wasn't like trying my hardest to be like all funny and loud and whatever and like laughing at everything, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I was just trying to just be like nice and like trying to like be fun and whatever, and like, you know, trying to, I don't know, just be me, I guess you could say. And then the mom says, last year was a lot more fun. I was just like, okay then. And yeah, so that happened. That's never happened to me before. But yeah, I don't know, it was just like a weird moment for me. It was just weird, but whatever, okay, that happened. All right, now let's go into some college story time, awkward date story times. Okay. There's this guy in my class, and we were in the same political science class. Honors political science, gotta be correct with that. So we met one time to go study, and like I really like this guy. He's like really nice. I felt really comfortable around him. I was just like, oh my god, like yay, like he could be like my next friend or whatever. Like I could totally see him being my friend, and like I was just like, he's super cool, we relate a lot. I was just like, oh my god, like I'd love to have him as my friend, like he's such a cool friend. And then he was just like, hey, like he asked me if I wanted to go get boba with him. I was like, oh yeah, I'm down. Go get boba, and we literally talk and talk and talk. I was just like, oh my god, this is so fun. Like I like could definitely see him being like one of my good friends. And then he asks me, he was just like, hey Ronnie, like I just want to let you know that like I really like you. And I was just like, thanks, you know, like yeah, like I like you too, like you're really fun to hang out with, and you know, you're a cool friend. And he's just like, oh, like you only see me as a friend? I was just like, yeah, like you're a cool friend. Like I felt really bad, but I was just like, I'm not attracted to you, sorry. And he was just like, okay, well like I just want to let you know that like I kind of see you more as a friend. I was just like, oh no, like we're friends, like let's be friends, like I'm so down for being friends. He's just like, okay, like okay, that's fine, perfect. He got it. We're friends. Perfect. Then one day after class, I had to go meet with a teacher, and so he's like, oh, I'll walk with you to go, you know, meet with your teacher. I was just like, okay, fine. So he's walking with me, and then I'm waiting outside the office of my teacher, and he's like, oh, I'll wait with you until you talk to your teacher. I was just like, okay, thanks. Like, that's very nice of you. And then we're talking, and again, he asked me, he's just like, hey, like, I just want to let you know, like, it's really hard for me to just be friends with you because I see you as, like, more than friends. Like, I really like you. And I was just like, oh, like, let's call him Joe. I was like, Joe, like, I like you too, but as a friend, like, I'm not interested in a relationship at all. Like, I see you as a friend. And he's like, only as a friend? I was just like, Joe, only as a friend. And, like, he was like, okay, like, I get that. He was just like, that kind of hurts, but like, okay, I understand. Perfect. Told him twice. So, never end up meeting with my teacher. He never shows up. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna walk to my car. And he's like, okay, I'll walk you to your car. I was like, okay, thanks. walks me to my car, and we say our goodbyes. I'm like, okay, bye, Joe, I'll see you tomorrow. He's like, bye. Walking to my car, I'm almost gonna open my car door, and he's like, wait, Ronnie. Comes running across the street to me, goes on the side where I'm at, where I'm gonna open my door, and I'm like, what? And he's like, look over there. So I go turn and look. I turn back. He wraps his arm around me and is leaning in to kiss me. This boy literally tried to kiss me, and I elbowed him off. I was just like, no. I literally pushed him off. I was just like, Joe, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, that really hurts. I was just like, friends, we're friends. And he's just like, okay, well, he was just like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow, and runs off. I was shook. I told this guy 2 times. 2 times he asked, and 2 times I told him, we're friends. And he literally tries to kiss me. Right. Next one. Okay, so it was with this guy to a college by my college, and so I drove to his house because he had a house with other people that went to his college. Like, he had a house like with friends and stuff like that. So I drove to his house. It wasn't far at all from like where I lived, and we met there, and he was like really cute. He was like a lifeguard and whatever, and he was like totally like my type. And so yeah, he like gave me a tour of his house and whatever. And then he's just like, oh, let's go get ice cream. I was like, perfect, let's go get ice cream. Because like dessert is literally my favorite thing ever. And so we go get ice cream, and we're having like a nice conversation, whatever. I was like, oh my God, this guy's like super nice. Like, I don't know if like I would ever like pursue anything with him, but I was just like, he's really nice. I'd like to maybe be friends or whatever, keep on hanging out. So anyways, he's like, hey, let's go back to my house. I'm like, let's watch a movie. I was just like, okay, fine, I'm down. So we go back to his house, and he had his own room, and he had like a TV in his room. So it's just like, hey, let's just like watch a movie in my room. I was like, okay, fine. So we go to his room, whatever, and like he like starts taking off his shoes, and he sits on his bed, and then he had like a chair next to his bed. So I just literally sat in the chair next to his bed because I felt like so uncomfortable. I was just like, like I don't know where to sit, whatever. He's like, silly, don't sit there. Like, come sit on the bed with me. I was just like, okay, I'll sit on the bed with you, I guess. So I was just like, I don't know why, but I was just like, I don't know. I just get like nervous in these type of situations. Anyway, I sit on his bed, and then we're watching a movie. He puts his arm around me, whatever. I'm just like, like I just met you. This is a little too much, but like whatever, okay. And then he starts playing with my hair and like petting my head. And I'm just like, what's going on? And I look at him, and he's just like, oh, sorry. He's just like, I really love playing with hair. And I was just like, okay. And he continues just like petting me and playing with my hair and massaging my head. And I'm just like, oh my God, like I literally just met you, and you're here like up in my scalp. Like, no, thank you. And so like I texted my friend. I was just like, hey, can you call me in like 3 minutes? This is what me and my friend do all the time. Like, if we want to get out of a date, we'll pretend that like we're each other's like mom or whatever. So like, hey, call me in 3 minutes. He calls me, and I'm just like, oh my God, hey mom. My friend's like, come home. I was like, okay mom, I'll see you. And then I'm just like, oh my gosh, like my mom wants me home right now. And it was late anyway, so like it kind of made sense. He's like, okay, yeah, no worries. And he walks me to my car, and that was it. And that was the last time we hung out. Even though I kind of feel bad, like he was like pretty nice. He was kind of nice, but like, I don't know, we never really hung out after that. So yeah, that was really weird and awkward. Now I'm gonna end with the best date that I've been on. All right, this one was so cute. This guy followed me on Instagram and DM'd me, and he was just like, hey, like, I don't know if you remember me, but my grandparents live across the street from you. Like, do you live across the street from like this park? And his name looked really familiar. I was just like, I think I do remember you. I was just like, hey, like, yeah, like, I do remember you. And I was just like, how's it going? And all that type of stuff. And he's just like, it's good, whatever. And like, we were dimming back and forth and catching up and whatever. I was just like, oh my gosh, like, that's so crazy, because we used to play. That sounds weird. But when we were little, we used to like play together, you know what I mean? Like, he would come across the street, and like I remember playing with him when I was little. Weird, but anyways. But yeah, so like I don't know, I just thought that was so crazy, like how like years later now we're like talking whatever. So it's just like, hey, like, are you free this night? He's just like, I'd like to take you out and whatever. And I was just like, oh yeah, sure, like I'm down. He's just like, okay, like I'll pick you up at this time. And I was like, okay, perfect. And he picked me up, and he takes me to go mini golfing, and that is so much fun. But anyways, he took me to go mini golfing. I was just like, oh my God, this is so much fun. Like, no one has ever like gone outside of the box like this, even though it's not that outside of the box, but no one has like ever like taken me somewhere to go do something fun as a first date, So I was just like, oh my god, yay. So we go mini golfing, and literally I just have the best time. Like I told myself before going on this day, I was just like, you know what, just be yourself. Like literally, like don't try to be all cute and nervous and whatever, like literally just be yourself. And I think because of that, I had the most fun time on this date, you know what I mean? And then after we went to mini golfing, we went to Seal Beach and we got ice cream on Main Street. There's like a Cold Stone on Main Street. And then we walked to the pier, and again, like literally it was like so nice. Like the weather was nice, it wasn't too cold, and we were just like talking, eating our ice cream by the beach, and I don't know, it was just like such like a good like vibes, like good vibes, you know what I mean? But we get back to his car after, you know, eating ice cream and talking on the beach and whatever. We get to his car and he literally leans in and tries to kiss me, and I kind of back away a little bit because like, I don't know, I personally don't like kissing on the first date. I like kind of like keep like waiting and like keeping that anticipation and keeping that like spark or whatever, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like I feel like waiting to kiss until after the first couple dates is like kind of fun because you're just like don't know when you're gonna kiss and don't know when it's gonna happen, but like you feel like that like tension. So he tried to kiss me and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, but like I don't kiss on the first date. He was like, okay, like totally, I get that, I get that. And I could tell that he was kind of embarrassed by that. I was just like, oh my god, I feel really bad, but he was like so cute, and like I was just like, oh my god. So anyways, so after that happened, he drove me home, and yeah, we planned to go hang out again, and we actually went to go get breakfast the next time. And like, I don't know, like he was just like a really fun person to be with, and I feel really bad because I kind of friend-zoned him because like, I don't know, like being a commitment just kind of like scares me, so I was just like, ah, sorry. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below any of your guys' awkward stories. I really want to know because I just love watching these type of videos. But yeah, that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to give this video a like if you want to see more storytime videos from me. Don't forget to subscribe, join my channel, join the family. It really helps out with growing my channel. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Listen to